You can't get more punk than Tony the drummer. He's got to be the most punk member of the band by far, I think. He's been into it the longest anyway, and Tony's punk rock all the way. I don't think either John or Sean would describe themselves as punks, but I think they have their own elements of punkness in them. I think really. I think actually, while Johnny is getting more and more punk as time goes on, his attitude towards being a band has changed a lot.
Being in a punk band and not being a punk, yeah, it is quite strange. It's when I first started doing it, you'd always feel very straight-laced to everybody else, and it's the other way around. I mean, for Chris, for example, because he feels very intimidated when he goes into, say, a wine bar, whereas, you know, myself, Tony and Sean, no porno, don't even think about that. But as time's gone on, you realise that, especially at the punks gigs, that nobody judges you.
As that bit appropriately says, this place may contain traces of nuts, which I think is very true. That sums it up, which is probably why we're all welcome in here.
Oh, your mum's on the phone.
Okay then, my mum's on the phone apparently. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Chris is just like this beacon that attracts glances from other people. It's quite horrible, really, because people frown upon it. Your average person, you know, stereotypes punks as bad people for, you know, human nature, I suppose. But, you know, and we just think, oh, if only they knew him, you know, because he is such the most mellow guy ever. You know, wouldn't harm a fly. Well, he couldn't harm a fly. Such a wimp.
Much as we're all lovely and great, everyone only looks at Wheelie when we're playing anyway, so it doesn't matter what we look like. We could kind of do the whole kind of handlebar moustache, kind of metal Motorhead thing, and we'd just be kind of background noise anyway. Everyone looks at Wheelie prancing around, and that's why he gets all the women.
Yeah, but what you forget, right, is that...
And the blokes. And the blokes, yeah.
See, what you forget is that, like, without Wheelie, like, we are nothing, but Wheelie without us is like Val Doonican with a Mohican.
Contrary to popular belief, I actually don't like the attention that it actually gives, but that's sort of like you take the rough with the smooth, really, I think.
It's the first gig night of the Plymouth Punx Picnic, and Chris's old band, CDS, are playing. They got back together for a one-off last year after another band pulled out with just hours to go.
Savage, who's the bass player, and myself had sort of lost touch with each other completely. So I phoned Dan, the guitarist, and he wasn't very keen on doing it without a practice, which I don't think is a very punk attitude, actually, but, and that was that. He just refused, so I thought, we've got enough bands then. Went down to the venue, then had a phone call from Savage, first time I'd spoken to him in nearly 5 years, and he just said, yeah, we'll do it. He persuaded Dan, and we went along and played, and it was probably the most enjoyable, tight gig we've ever done, I think. It says something, I don't know what, but it says something about what the band were like.
We never made any money out of it at all. We used to get food. Somebody used to give us food, didn't they? We used to get food every now and again, but we come from quite good homes, so food wasn't a tremendous rarity anyway. And we just had a really good laugh. We had a really, really good laugh. That's what it's all about. But when, like tonight, we were playing, and there's, well, I hate to say it, but a young boy dancing around in a Ramones t-shirt, I'm thinking, bloody hell, that could have been me like 15, 16 years ago. And there's this kiddie bopping around in a Ramones t-shirt, and it's nice to see people enjoying it. If they come along and they enjoy it, and they're having a laugh, and they're not hurting anybody, then let them do it, you know?
Well, punk's a way of expressing yourself. Yeah, it's a way of life, it's our feelings coming out. I mean, we play in a band because that's what we want to do. We want to play music as a living. Like, if you're the Sex Pistols out, why do they play music?
No, you can spend all week